made it very simple for us that once you know what you are looking for and you know the function that you need, that you're supposed to use to find it, then Excel will always give you direction or guidelines on how you are going to do it. And that's exactly what we'll be doing tonight. So, sorry, my this thing is hanging. Okay, so when you want to use this formula, VLOOKUP, the first thing you need to do is to structure your data. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. So the first thing you need to do is to structure your data. In most cases, when you import data into Excel, usually it comes as a table. Sometimes it doesn't. But let's assume you have a data that did not come as a table but comes in this way here. Then the first thing you need to do is to structure this data. How do you structure your data? I think I've said this in our previous classes. Did anybody remember? Any idea? Okay, I take that for a no. Okay, but then listen attentively, please. The first thing you need to do is click in any of these cells within this data, not here, just within the data. Provided that cell contains a data, you are okay. When you click on it, you press Ctrl A. You use your Ctrl A to select the entire data. You are not selecting outside of the data. Let me show you something. If I decide to select this from here, did you notice what happened?
Yes.
Yes. It
Yes, ma'am.
selected the entire
The
You
entire
selected the empty,
workbook.
Entire
yes.
columns and rows.
Yes, both the
worksheet.
empty and the ones that contain. So that is why we are not using here. You just click anywhere within this data and then click on Ctrl A to select it. And then at the same time, click on Ctrl T. So is telling you that this data you are talking about is ranging from this to this. That means this line where this green this entire place where these green lines are covered is what the Excel is asking you. Hope this is the data you're trying to structure. That is okay by us. Then you see this place, you see this place that is ticked.
You want ticket.
Good. Did you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
So it says my table has header. Make sure that it's ticked. In case it
Okay.
wasn't ticked on yours, make sure that you tick it and then you click OK. This has been turned
Okay.
into a table. Then having done this, you click back on your table like you did before. Did you
Okay.
notice anything on this toolbar when I clicked on this? Okay, just take a closer look. I clicked outside of the table.
Mm.
Then I came back to the table. What did you notice? Something appeared
I
here
think it.
called table
Okay.
design.
Okay, table design.
If I remove this from this table, it's not there.
Mm.
When this data was not structured, it was not there. After we structured the data, it came here.
Table design.
So when you click on this table design, did you see this thing here? Did you see this box here that is written table 2?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
You come here to name your table.
Okay.
So what do we name this table now? You take a look at the table, the information in the table, and tell me what you think would be a perfect name for this table.
Staff details.
Mm, maybe staff info,
Okay,
staff information.
staff information. Good. Does anybody have any other thing?
I said staff details. If you can hear me.
You said what?
Staff details.
Staff details. Okay, that's good. Any other person? Okay,
Or employees data.
thank
Employee.
you.
Okay.
Employees data. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you. No answer is wrong, but one answer will definitely be better than the other. Okay, so in typing this name, you would notice that I did not put space, right? Are you seeing the name I typed?
Yes,
Yes.
employees data. Data together.
Yes, there's no space because Excel does not recognize it. You hit your enter. That is the first step for our VLOOKUP. Then these are the information contained in this data. The first information here is staff ID, first name, surname, state of origin,
State
department,
of origin.
salary,
Department.
yes, years
Salary.
of experience,
Years of experience.
position,
Position.
On
tribe,
tribe
then
Tribe and
gender.
gender.
and gender.
And gender.
Very good. In VLOOKUP, when you are working with this function VLOOKUP, the only thing you can reference, the only cell you can reference or the only number you can reference, and it will allow you to find what you are looking at, is the column that is at the topmost left of your data. Did you get what I said?
Yes.
The only number you can reference must come from the column at the topmost left of your data, not from any other place. If you choose it from here, from here, from here, from anywhere, it may not work. It must be the one that is at the topmost left. That means it is always your column A. You are going to understand this as we proceed. So we have done justice to this. Sometimes you may require to arrange your table in ascending order to be on a very safe side. Did you notice what I did? I just used my filter key and I clicked on sort A to Z. Some will say sort ascending, some the next one sort descending. So what this simply means is sort small to big. So I clicked on it and my table was sorted from A01, A02. Like I said earlier, don't look at this data because you can easily come here and find what you are looking for. Just imagine that we have kind of say 50 rows, um sorry, 50 columns, and then how many rows? 10,000 rows or any amount of rows you can think of, and the data is so large. so large in the sense that you can't find any information in it by the virtue of looking at the data. So don't look at what we have here and say it's very simple. No, this is just a sample data that we are using. So having structured and named your table, this is our first step. The second step is arrange this particular column that is at your topmost left. Arrange it in ascending order. Arrange in ascending order. Having done this, our table is set for our VLOOKUP. Then you add another sheet. That is where you are going to do your VLOOKUP. I already added this sheet already before now. So you know how to add a sheet. Just click on this plus here and a new sheet will appear. That's exactly what I did. So like I said earlier, the information you are using to perform your VLOOKUP must be the information at the topmost left of your table. So this is staff ID. Staff ID is the information that is at the topmost left. And in this staff ID, it ranges from alphabet A, right? So
A01.
yeah, A01. But we want to, let's say we want to look out for A16, information on A16. We want to check, maybe let's say we want to check the tribe. This person, let's assume that this data is about 10,000 and they now gave us this maybe around a 8,000 or so if the ID ranges that way, and now ask you to find it. You cannot be strolling that you are looking for A and you now start going around the whole column that is about 50 looking for what. So all you just need is this information. Your manager may have said, okay, we need this person, staff in our workplace. We need the name, we need the tribe, we need the years of experience of this staff. We just need it now. Send it to us. You cannot come and be searching column at this and rows at this time. So what do you need to do? You select, just get your this thing, your title written, whatever it is you are looking for. Then when we are writing our formulas, what's the first thing that we type?
Equals to.
Equals sign.
Equals to.
Yes. What formula are we looking for? What formula are we using? VLOOKUP.
Mm,
I've said that
let-
over and over.
VLOOKUP.
VLOOKUP. When you type it, you double click. Then let me show you something. Just keep your eyes on the system. I remove these brackets open. Did you see this? VLOOKUP looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. Did you understand? It looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table. That's just exactly what I explained. And then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. So provided
yeah,
you are looking for this value that is at the leftmost column, it will give you any value in that table according to your specification. That's what
in
it's
that same
telling you.
row.
It now tells you that by default, your table must be sorted in an ascending order. Okay, so we double click on our VLOOKUP. Then, did you see something? After our equal sign, we wrote our VLOOKUP. This highlight, move from Vlookup and enter the next. Excel is just giving you guidelines. This everything here is what you're expected to give back. It makes the formula very simple. So you are not even thinking of what should I do next. After you have typed your function, Excel now said, what is the lookup value? Which value are you using to search for this thing you are searching for? We are searching for
A16.
A16. You just tap on it to select it. After you have done that, after lookup value, what did you see here? Comma. When I typed this comma, did you notice that the highlight left lookup value and moved to table array?
Yes.
So what is this table array? It simply means
Yes, yes.
this simply means the name of the table. What is the name of the table that you are looking for? You see the reason why we needed to structure our table and give it a name. If that table does not have a name, at this juncture, you might be going back to the data to go and check, what do I do? How do I fix the table name? By the time you have gone back and clicked on everything, you may have added something to this place because this is very, very delicate. You may have added something you might not know. And at the end of the day, by the time you are done with your formula, you will get an error message. But because we have already structured our table, is now demanding for the table array. What's the name of our table?
Employees data.
Employee data.
The moment I clicked on, before I finished typing, did you see employee data here?
Yes,
Yes, ma.
ma.
And it came as a table. Did you see this sign beside it?
Yes.
Employee.
That's
Yes.
telling you that this is not a formula, it's not a function, it's a table. So it's the one
Table.
that we named. You double click on it, then put your comma. It moved from table array and is asking you for column index
Column
number.
index number.
This is where some persons get confused. You need to pay very close attention to this. This column index number means what is the number of that column that contains this tribe. I did not ask you to tell us. We are going to search it out from here. Remember that you are not supposed to be going back and forth the data to go and check because you might along the line click something that is not necessary. So how do we get this column index number? Like we have staff ID column 1, we have the next one column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. What column is this tribe that we are looking for in the main table? We don't know. How do we find it? You type the name of your table again, employees data. The table is out, right? You double click on the table.
Yes.
Yes.
The same thing you did here. You double click on this table. After you have double clicked on this table, look at your keyboard. After your letter P, for those people that have English laptop, not for people with German laptop, I might not be able to help you. So after your letter P, did you see a square bracket?
Yes. Yes.
Just click on that square bracket. Don't hold down any key, just click on the square bracket like that. Did you notice what happened when I clicked on the square bracket?
Yes.
Should I go back?
No.
Yes. Please go back, ma.
Okay. You understood to this point where we typed our table, right?
Yes. Yes, ma.
Yes.
After we have typed our table, there is a square bracket, not the normal parenthesis that is on top of 9 and 0. This one is immediately after your letter P. That's the two keys before the last key by your right. You click on it. The moment you
Okay.
click on it, did you notice what happened?
Yeah, the information of the staff came out, the headers.
Information, all the columns that are on that table appeared.
Yes.
So which table are we looking for now? Which column are we looking for? Tribe.
Second to the
Tribe.
last. Tribe.
Oh yeah,
Tribe.
let's count it.
One,
One,
Mm-hmm.
two,
two, three,
three,
4,
four,
5,
five,
6,
six,
7,
seven,
8,
eight,
and 9.
What
nine.
column are we looking for?
9.
9.
All this process we went through is just for us to find this 9. After we have found our
Mm.
9, what do? We go back. We don't need all of these things. Go back.
Mm.
Yes. Sorry, it's like I've entered the you put your comma. So all those things we did, we don't need them. All we need is the column index number,
Number.
which is
Mm.
what? 9.
Voila.
Hey. But can I count it before?
You cannot count it. Lazy Nigerian youth.
I go through the
Okay,
long process
you
now to
know
get the
what
But
what
funny
you
enough, it's
don't
not
index
long
number.
process.
Then what
It's
what
can
you
just
I
to
don't
put in
do?
employee
understand
data
is
and
that
bracket.
what you don't understand is that
Mm,
that's why I explained earlier that we have a sample data. So you'll be looking at it like this is a long process until you have a data that is 1,000 rows over 100,000 abi 1,000 columns over 100,000 rows. Is that how you will go and be counting it?
mm,
Do you understand?
omo.
And somebody is waiting for you
Mm,
to give an answer.
exactly.
So this becomes the
But then,
easiest method. You will see this as a long process now, but then you will understand that this is the shortest process you would ever go through. So moreover, there's no much process. All we just did was, after we had gotten our table name, we used our table name again, employees data, by
To get
double
the
clicking
index
on
number.
it, to click on this square bracket to count the
Mm,
number that we needed, and then we move
mm,
back. Simple. There's no too much this thing there. We move back and write our 9, then add your comma, and then Excel is now asking you, is it true for approximate match or false for exact match? What we are looking for is exact match. We don't need approximate. You select false, double click on it. The moment you have done that, you close your bracket and then you hit enter. What did we have here? Ikwere.
mhm,
Oh yeah, let's go back. This is
I
our
have a
data
question.
set. We looked for who? A16, right?
Yeah.
Do we have tribe here? Yes, we have
yes, we
tribe.
do. Number 17.
That is it. Did you see the tribe here?
Yes, Ikwere.
That is it. So you can't make a mistake
Okay.
except if your table is not structured and you did not name your table and all of that stuff. Then you are going back and forth. Provided you follow the process, you will always arrive at the right answer.
I
One
have a
more.
question now.
Okay, go ahead.
In a situation, going back to our formula,
Okay.
please can you click on the query?
Okay.
Click on the query. So view our formula again.
Mm-hmm.
We are going back to our formula. We have to impute after the first employee's data. We have to impute employee data and then square,
Yes.
not square rather, bracket,
Square bracket.
and then the list of all our headers came out.
Yes.
What if in a situation we have up to 500 headers rather? Do we count it the way we counted down to tribe, or is
Yeah,
there
that's
another
the only.
shortcut to count? Because it's
Oh,
still a whole lot, counting
yeah.
from 1 to 500.
For now, that's the easiest option that I know. Maybe based on
Okay.
your question, I might try to look to
Wait, sorry, ma.
okay.
What is she? What was her question? That if we are looking for the tribes of 500 people, right?
Yes,
If
no,
we have up
if we
to
have a
500
data
headers,
that has about 500 headers,
500,
Okay, 500 elders. Okay.
like
like
this tribe
500
That's
now,
to look for.
columns.
Yes, I get it now. So that
Mhm.
means we
uh
have to now
is
look
it a
for
shortcut?
the. Okay,
It's
shortcut to
not about
look for
looking
the
for it.
elder
We counted one, two, three, four, down to
to
number
9.
9.
Mm.
To
So had it
9.
been this
Mm.
tribe
If it's
is
up to
number
500,
500,
yeah.
do we have to count
Mm,
1 to 500 to get to tribe? That's
Okay,
my
Mm.
question.
in that case, let us see something. Let's see something.
Myself.
You're not shouting.
Employee
At least you're
data,
hiding negative. Okay,
I'm
so
using headset. I
comma,
was like, maybe my voice is not clear.
okay, so
comma,
I wanted us to see something.
Mm.
Sorry.
employee data. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Comma,
Mm-hmm.
comma. Okay.
No, please, let's go back completely to avoid making unnecessary error. Okay. So we now pick our value, comma, then our
Comma.
table,
Employee,
employees data, double click,
comma.
put your comma, then employees data
Employee,
mm,
bracket,
with your square bracket. Okay. I was looking at this place that says title.
search.
Okay. I wanted to know if it has a search bar. Do you get?
Exactly. Yeah.
I wanted to see, but it doesn't seem like it has. Doesn't seem like it has. Mm, it doesn't seem like it has. So for now, I don't think we have an answer to that question actually.
Okay. Then we move.
Yeah. Okay. It means we still have to go back. Okay. All right, but except for that, everyone is clear, right?
Yeah.
yes, ma.
So that's just what it entails. We want to look for years of experience. We go by VLOOKUP, lookup value, our table name, then our table again to get the number, square bracket, years of experience 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Don't mind me, you can actually highlight to delete at once. That's 7, comma. Then you select your false and input your bracket,
False and close.
and that's it. 4 years of experience. So
Mm.
this is how to use your VLOOKUP. So you can actually use this formula to find everything that is on that table. That is it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, ma. Please, can you click on the query? I want to get the formula of that thing. VLOOKUP. Okay. 9, 10, comma, false. Okay. 9.
Okay, so
Thank you.
you're welcome. Having done that, the second thing I want us to look at is grouping. When we talk of grouping, grouping usually comes up almost in a greater percentage of data that contains age. Do you
Kí ló ń tẹ̀?
understand?
Yeah.
So most often for you to analyze the data, there's need for you to group the ages of the people in the contained in the data. So under this circumstance, how would you do that? I don't have a data that has that age. I want us to use these years of experience. Assume that's the age of a certain group of people. The first thing you do is to insert your column. I think we actually have this formula, this grouping on our toolbar here. This is it, but I haven't tried it out. I don't really know how it works because I normally use formula. So I'll go ahead and show us how to work it out with formula. Moreover, formula makes is I think I feel better with formula because it
Mm,
helps you to exercise your brain. Okay, so the formula we are using for this grouping is called if and. Did you get what I said? Hello?
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we only had if.
If
If
and,
and
A-N-D, if and.
Okay, if and
You
okay.
know the last time we treated if statement,
Statement, yes. Formula,
this
yes.
one is if and.
Okay.
So we go by our equal sign and we type our first formula, which is if, double click on it, your second formula and, double click on it. Then it's now asking us what is the logical number,
statement
the logical
number.
information or value, whatever that we are using. This is the value we are using here. You click on it. So you are saying if and this value is greater than 0. Remember we are grouping all these things, all these ages here, and we have them from 1. Sorry, I think I should have tried to
Use one.
let me go back so that you can see the numbers we are working with. Sorry about that. We want to see the you see the numbers from 1 to 6, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what
Yes.
I wanted to show us. Okay, so we go back to our formula. Equals if our time is fast running and this value here is greater than 0, comma, the second command, this value here, you're still working with if and. Remember is two formulas. So this first one has covered for the first formula. We are giving the second command. So if this thing here is less than or equal to 2 who is yawning? Den close your bracket, comma, put your space, return 0 to 2. I want to just run only one command so that we can take a critical look at it before we finish everything. Return 0 to 2 years for us, comma, then if it is not within this range, please return 0 for us. Then I close my bracket and hit enter. So any place we have a number that is equal to 2, it returns 0 to 2. Did you notice that? Wherever we have a number that is equal to 2, it returns 0 to 2 years. 0 to 2 years. Nobody is even talking to me. It seems like I don't get
Yes,
what
ma. We are
I'm
with you, ma.
Okay, so how much did
We are
you
with you. We are
how
with
much
you
did you
now.
grab?
I think I stopped at the first years of experience. Uh,
I
Greater
I
than.
really want. Okay.
Hmm? Okay, let's is the formula confusing?
I'm still trying to
Yeah,
understand
a
the
little.
grouping. It's
Mm-hmm.
confusing. If
Okay.
and 3 is greater than 0, what? I don't know. I'm still trying to understand it. What's the purpose of this grouping actually?
The purpose, like I explained earlier, I said this is normally used for years, but I'm adopting this years of experience as though it's the number of people's years. That's what I said at
Age,
the
yeah.
You mean
beginning.
age?
Is I assume it's the ages of a certain group of people, not years of experience. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
Yeah.
want to group them, like I want to, let's assume they are age grade. So I want to group them 2 years, 2 years. After each 2 years, I group another person, another 2 years again, 2 years again. For instance, if you are born 1980 to 1982, all of you are the same age. If you are born 1983 to 1985, abi 84, right? Yeah, to 1984, all of you are the same age. If you are born 1985 to 1986, all of you are the same age. That's what we are trying to say. If you are if you have 10 years to 15 years, all of you will share the same age range. If you are 16 years to 20 years, all of you will share the same age range. If you are 20 to 25, all of you will share the same age range. That's just what we are trying to do. And I said earlier that in
Mm.
analysis, you need this age range to bring out certain information. But because I don't have a data that has this age range at hand, I wanted to quickly use these years of service as though they are the ages of people to drive home my this thing information. Is that clear?
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Agozem, are you clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So in other words, the formula is saying anything between 3, 4, 5 should be 0.
No,
And then
it's not what the formula is saying.
he said
Understand the
if 3 is greater than 0.
no, wait, calm down. I ran only one command and I asked it to
Okay.
return 0 for every other thing that is not in the group of that command.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That is
yeah,
why you
yeah.
are seeing 4 0. I did not we did
Zero.
not run a command for
Okay.
this
Yeah,
4. That is return this
yeah.
if false. Do you
Others
understand?
0, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what we did was if and please Ignore the 3 that is here. We are not talking about 3.
Okay.
We are only saying if any value that is contained in this cell, it can be 0, it can be anything. If that value is greater than 0, do you understand? Of course,
Mm,
it has to be greater than 0 before you can call it any age.
mm,
0 is not an age. That is why we have to say if it is greater than 0, because this is the
mm,
first grouping. Understand this? That's why I don't want to run all of them. I want to explain it bit by bit. So if
mm.
whatever that is here is greater than 0, the first
Greater
command,
than zero.
comma,
Yeah.
and that same thing now come become less than or equal to 2.
Okay.
Help us and group it as 0 to 2.
Okay.
Of course, these things needs
Before then,
critical
I understand
analysis.
now.
Yes, it needs critical analysis. I don't even expect you to
Mm,
have all the information now, but as you watch the video over and over again, it will begin to register. So I now said, after this my comment, I now said, if it does not fall in this category, please return 0. This thing here
return
is
zero.
called
Zero.
value if false. If this command I gave here is not contained in any of this place, please give me 0 for it. And that is why you are seeing 0. Every other place that is not greater than 0 equal to 2. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Yes.
ma.
So under this circumstance, we can run our second command starting from, okay, fine. Let me delete everything so that I don't get. Okay, we can start from here. You can see this formula bar, right?
Yes.
So after my comma is where I put my cursor, and I gave a space. Sorry, it's like my space is pushing my comma away. It's supposed to be after, not before. So I put a space. I'm running my
Mm,
second command now. If we all understood this
okay.
first command, then the second one will be easier. Then my second command says if the same thing, nothing is changing, and
Mm,
if and this same value here
mm-hmm. Mm,
is greater than 2. Remember we have used 2 already, right?
yes.
We have used something that is equal to 2, abi?
Less than or
Yes,
equal
ma.
to. That's what we use.
Yes, so we are now running the second command saying if this value is
Is
greater than
greater.
2. Do you understand this point?
Yeah.
If the value is greater than 2, we no longer need anything that is less than or equal to 2 in this second command. So we are saying if this value is greater than 2,
Mm,
then comma, and the same value and the same value is less than or equal to 4, you close your bracket. This bracket can mess up your work, so always remember it. Then put your comma, give a space, return 3 to 4 in bracket, comma. Then if it's not, please return 0. Let's see what it will give us. Sorry, it says the function is missing something. Let's see what is missing.
it should just be okay.
Hmm?
Mm,
Okay, sorry. We have double parentheses. we're supposed to did you notice we already have one, two brackets at the beginning and one, two brackets in the
Okay.
second command, and we only close one in here and close another one in here. So we are supposed to close another two outside. Do you understand?
Yes.
Every bracket you open while running your
But the
formula.
zero, our last command is off.
um
If false, return zero.
okay, it's off, right? But it's
Yes.
not a problem, we can always add it. So what it means is that we did not give it value if false. That's why this is empty.
Yes.
Okay, so the formula equals to if and this is greater than 0, comma, and this is less than or equal to 2, bracket close, comma, give your space, return 0 to 2 in parenthesis, sorry, in double quotation, comma, this is your first command. You put your space before running your second command. If and this, the same value, is greater than 2, comma, and the same value is less than or equal to 4, bracket close, comma, give space, return 3 to 4, double quotation, then comma, give your space. The last command, if and same value is greater than 4, comma, and same value is less than or equal to 6, in bracket close, comma, give your space, return 5 to 6, double quotation, comma. Then if not, if it did not meet all of these commands, please return 0. Then you close your bracket, 1, 2, 3. We ran 3 commands. Obviously, 6 brackets were opened. We closed 3 earlier. We now close 3 now. And this is what we have. For anything that is between, what is our formula saying? Yes, for anything that is greater than 0, but then less than 2, it gave us 0 to 2. For anything that is greater than 2 but less than 4, less than or equal to 4, it gave us 3 to 4. For anything that is greater than 4 but then it is less than or equal to 6, it gave us 5 to 6. That is it. Are you clear? Hello?
Yes, but we still have to look into it.
Yes, that's why it's on record. So
Mm.
do well to watch the video over and over if possible. You need it.
Mm.
you need it. Both days, both VLOOKUP, you need them. Okay, there's one more thing someone talked about. I said I'm going to show us. Okay, so she talked about paste special, right? Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, so let me use this because this was where we pasted special when I removed the year, the days of the week. Text this, comma, into DDDD, into this brackets, then enter. So we brought out this and we said the moment we deleted this thing, this one will run into error. So what do we do to make this stay? Like I said in that video, these days of the week is dependent on this mother colon which is other date. So the moment you remove this other date without pasting this special, you are telling this one that you have been cut off from your branch, so there's no point. There's nothing to live on. That's just what it is. So but for you to be able to delete this and this will still be existing, you have to paste this special. And like I said, it doesn't work in your table. You can only do this when you have not structured your data into a table. Otherwise, you come to the end of your table. That's only where you might be able to do it. So we are looking for days of, sorry, pardon me, weekdays, weekday, click enter. The moment you, oh, sorry, we shouldn't have done that. I think we should have pasted first before we we name it so that it doesn't form another table. So what do we do? First, you copy the data, the information that you created, which is the weekday. You select from here and click Ctrl C.
Sorry,
Okay.
not all the not all of them are showing weekdays. It's still showing dates.
Okay. That should be an error, which I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, but nonetheless, I will try to correct that later. But once the formula is right, it's supposed to be right. Let's work on this page special. I know that by now every one of you knows how to use your text formula, right?
Yes, ma.
So
Yes, ma.
I'm only trying to show us how to paste special because I noticed that the video I did earlier did not record well. So let's not try to solve this problem and enter another long journey. So having highlighted and copied this, we get back to, so hopefully if we finish and we have time, we'll come and so I'm using my shifts and page down. So I want to be sure that what I selected is where, though I didn't do this in the other side, but then I hope it works perfectly well. Hey, no, this data is much. We are going far. Sorry. Okay. So I want to delete it so that we can start afresh. Okay, so the first thing I did was to highlight this and click on Ctrl C. Then go to the empty space on my table, which is here, and I highlight this place again and click on my keyboard Ctrl Alternate V. This is one way to do it. If you don't want to use shortcut, you can click on paste. You can click on paste and come down here and see paste special. It will still give you the same dialogue. Join the same this thing, the same box it gave us earlier. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma.
So the two ways is either you click on Ctrl Alternate V to paste special and it will bring out this interface, or you just kukuma click on paste after you have highlighted this. I don't know who pasted you. Abi, we did not delete the first one that we pasted. I thought we deleted it. Okay, reading clear content. So you just highlight and then you have to go and copy again. The one we copied at left. Control C. Okay, select here. Control Alternate V. Then you tell it to paste values and number formats. Just out of all of these things here, the only thing you need to select is values and number format. Leave every other thing the way they are. Click on OK and it has pasted. Then come here. Hopefully this works. And we write our weekday and click enter. This thing is supposed to be structured as a table, but I really don't know why it didn't. So now that we have this here, I will still want to try that experiment again. Now that we have it there, we can decide to delete this table and come back here to see that this one is still here. So in most cases, you can actually decide where you want to take your this thing, your table to. can decide to move it from here closer to where you want it to be. But before, I want to see if this works on that table. So just let me Control Z to bring back my info. Okay. Did we get what I did? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to see if it works here, but definitely it will not work in a table. It will not work in a table. But by right, this thing is supposed to change to table format the moment I clicked on it. I don't know why it didn't change, but then maybe I'll look out for it later, currently in our next class. But then the best way to do this is before you structure your table, do all your works after you are done so that you can do your paste special before you now structure your table so that everything will come under the same table. That is just the best way to do it, because after you are done, sometimes you might really not be able. And if I decide to format this separately as a table, it will be a different table on its own from all of these ones. If you call up this one will not come. So that's what it is. So anytime you are working on a data like this, do all of your cleaning before you structure it as a table. That's the easiest way to do it. But then I will also try to find out if there's a way this can be added to this table also. So I think this is all we have to do for tonight. By tomorrow, if God willing, by the grace of God, we'll be looking at our pivot tables. We'll be looking at our pivot table. Before then, I want us to quickly take this time to check on something. Though it's very simple, but most times it's usually um so sometimes when you have a data, some of the, especially the ID column, I explained to us at the beginning of this class that there is what we call primary keys and secondary keys. And the primary keys, we call them unique keys. And I told you that unique keys does not reoccur, but secondary data can reoccur. And I explained it in details that, for instance, when you have my name here as maybe a supplier or as a customer, and I come to purchase a particular product into 10 different places, like 10 times, 3 times, 5 times, definitely my name will appear 5 times, 10 times. But my ID, my ID under the dis thing, the sales, can be duplicated, but under customer ID itself, under this ID, it cannot be duplicated. You might find it under sales that is duplicated, but here it must not be duplicated. So for you to actually work with this ID column, mostly it's usually ID column. For you to actually work with ID column, you have to make it a unique value. Maybe I will, because of this, by the time I would want to show us one or two things on Power BI, you will see how it works. Because if this were to be Power BI, it will be telling you how many data that is here, how many of them are unique, how many of them are duplicated. You just be seeing them. There are some things you trigger and it will be showing you. So in most cases, you don't just remove duplicates, because those duplicates you want to remove might be necessary for the data, but when it's necessary to remove, I just want to show us how to do that. Just select on anywhere here, then you click on this remove duplicate, and it's asking you which row do you want me to remove the duplicate. Should I remove all the duplicates in all of this data? Any place I find duplicate in all of this data, I should remove it. This is very, very delicate, because apparently if we click OK, I wouldn't know, maybe all this consumer might go. Let's even try out what we have. Okay, no duplicate values found. Okay, the data itself does not have a duplicate. But then in on normal circumstance, we do remove duplicate from this row ID. Apparently every other thing unselected. This is usually very important in SQL. For data like this, it might not be too necessary, but when we enter SQL, we will understand no duplicate found. So had it been we have a data that has duplicates, by the time you click on it and return, it will show you how many duplicates that were found and how many that were removed. Let's check on this. Remove duplicates. Yeah, let's check on all of it. Okay, no duplicates found. Okay, so I think their duplicates are usually on these IDs, because looking at the data, every other thing here is duplicated. But based on this ID column, no data is duplicated. So assume that's where. So most often when you get a data, some require you to remove duplicates, some does not require. But if it does, just click on your table design. But before you can be able to remove duplicate, you must have structured your data in table form, so that you can click on the table design and then you can find your remove duplicates here. So that's just that. Then in our next class, we'll be talking about how to insert our pivot table. This is the only way to analyze in Excel that I know is through your pivot table. After you have inserted your pivot table, then from your pivot table you can be able to insert your bar, your chart, yes, your chart of all kind, but that has to come from your pivot table. That's the only way you can analyze. Let me show you an instance. Let's assume I want to first of all have this. I want to insert this. Sorry, I'm going to recommended pivot table from table range. Sorry, from external data from table range. Then existing table. Something went wrong. Anyway, okay, it had already selected the table range. Okay, when we come back tomorrow, look at that. So that is the only thing that helps you to analyze your data in Excel. But in Power BI, you don't need pivot table. You just go ahead with your analysis. So by tomorrow, we'll be looking at our pivot table. And then if time permits us with few charts analysis to see the insights we can be able to bring out from the table. So I think that's it for today. That's it for today. If you have any question, either from this class or from the previous class, you can look at it. Hello,
Hello, thank you, ma.
welcome.
I don't have question for now. Maybe after going through the video.
Okay. Okay. So
I don't have a question too. Maybe after going to through the video for that formula of those equals to 0 to 2 years. So maybe when I see the video, I will try it, and then maybe by then I will have a question I want to ask.
okay. All right. So I think we are good to go then. Babayo, you're talking, but I can't hear you. What happened?
No, I'm not talking. I don't have a question, ma.
Oh, okay, okay. All
Yes,
right.
ma.
So, let me see what I can do to upload the video as fast as I can, possibly
All right.
before tomorrow's class, so that we can look at it and not jam pack everything together. That's if NEPA permits. Otherwise, I'll have to work on them after tomorrow's class. Thank you very much for your availability.
You're welcome, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you, ma.
All right. Have a
Good
good
night.
night.
I you too, ma.
Good
And
night,
you
ma.
too, ma.
Good night.